It's not Dwayne. I just got off work. I mean, not off work, on break. So I got a 30-minute break. So right now, the compliance of coronavirus is still up. It's still here. It's June the 13th, 2020. So it's up today. And we get our temperature taken. My temperature was 96.8. I try my best. So to comply with what they asked for. So they're still up. Oh, actually, hold on, let me do it again. But I don't know why. Like if we're really busy, or even if we're not, it's like they tell me not to wash. Like if I say I tore my gloves out loud, then I can go wash my hands. But if not, I've been told to just stay out front, and we need to earn money, so I'm going to do what they tell me to do. I don't want them to fire me, especially during this time when many people are out of work. It's stressful. Last week I meant to tell the owner of the store, Carl, about Khalid Muhammad. He just cursed. He cursed on the floor in front of customers, saying MF, dumb, calling me dumb, or using the word F, or something, not MF, but FUCK, dumb. And I meant to tell Carl about this. His name is Khalid Muhammad. Thursday when I worked, he was here, and he was upset about something, yelling, being a little aggressive, and handing me the food. And I noticed he came in right after this other male came in that drives a truck that has sometimes the Army license plate on it, black male. He came in right simultaneously as he came in, and he came in. So I don't know what's going on with him, but I meant to tell the call CJ or whomever I can, not the owners of the store, about him, and ask him to stop when because he gets upset and start cursing. So the reason why I showed you that information, because I do try, but if the managers tell me not to leave the floor, the front line, and I've told them, I was like, I've seen like messes on a table or whatever, and they say don't leave the front line, don't wash anything, take the order and expedite, then I must do it. It could be over 2 hours, and that has happened. So and I do what they tell me to do, and otherwise I feel obviously my job has been threatened before. I was been threatened to be cut before, so that's why I do what I tell them what they tell me to do. So that's what I'm saying. I understand that everybody's trying to stay afloat, but I just don't want to be targeted if I don't want to be targeted if the question is asked, why is this not being done? It's just like when the trays at the drive-through, we supposed to either hand the money and the food out in the trays. The trays just sit there, and I don't think I see anyone use them, but they just sit there at drive-through. When they tell me to hand out the food in the tray, I use the tray. And right now I just washed the tray. It's been in the sanitizer for a while. I gotta get it, not for drive-through, for the front line. I forgot about it, but I haven't. I mean, but yet they'll say what the rules are, but nobody seems to, not saying nobody, I don't know, I'm just telling you what I see. There's like many try to comply with it, and just as I said, when I tried to, I was actually writing down, trying to keep up with every 30 minutes washing our hands, washing their bowls. Ms. Phyllis said after the inspection was this past week. It was the highest inspection. It was this past Sunday. So it's June 13, 2020. It was this past Sunday. So it passed, and it was the highest I have ever seen in 4 years. And she said, now we only have to wash the bowls once every hour. I said, okay. I just said okay, but it's like it's an issue washing every 30 minutes, so every hour. So that's it. So that's what I'm experiencing. So I don't understand. I truly don't understand, because I've even told one manager, I think it was James, I saw a mess over there near the shake mix for a long time. It was like ice cream and something else, and I just wanted to wipe it up. And it was, I think it was like over 45 minutes sitting there. And he was like, stay on the front. You stay there on the front. He told me to stay on the front line and continue to push the food or whatever. I said okay, no. He told me to get off the clock. He told me to get off the clock, and he usually tell me he's one of the main ones to tell me not to leave the front line, or he make it sound like I'm leaving the front line to do nothing. When I was trying to keep the bowls washed or the counters sanitized. So, excuse me, at that situation, actually, he just, I told him I hadn't stocked, and I told him about the mess on the, over there, and it's been over there anyway. So, these are some of the things I dealt with, if I remember correctly. I should have I think I wrote it down, so I'm just speaking right off. I could be wrong about the sequence of events of the mess, but I'm definitely telling the truth about having to stay on the front line and go for a while without washing my hands. The only time definitely no one says nothing to me about washing my hands and changing my gloves is when I say I tore my gloves out loud, and that's when no one said anything to me about it. And so I've heard them like, it's like a drive-through when the customers are at the drive-through. Maybe they're asking what's going on when they hear me say, when they hear something. And I heard like managers just say Burger King, something like that. I don't know why they were telling customers Burger King, you know. So these are the things I experienced. But so what I do is I try to abide what they say. But definitely the notes are still up for us to do certain things a certain way. I try to, and but once again, you know, I'm trying to keep my job so I can earn money. And during a time when unemployment rates are high, we in the middle of a COVID-19 pandemic. You know, it's important. So it's easy. I definitely it is just crazy. Or I should say, I definitely don't want to lose income. This past Thursday, a black woman came in, unless she claimed a nationality. She was older, elderly, I would guess it looked like, and a little black girl. And the black girl didn't have on her mask. And I was telling, I left my drink, and I was telling her to put on her mask. She has to, or telling the lady that she needs a mask on. This Phyllis said she's a child, she doesn't have to wear a mask, and she definitely looked over 9 years old, about approximately 9 or 10 years old, maybe even 12 years old. I was surprised. So I just listened, and the black male that tricked me out of $11 and some odd cents, he's a regular. He came in. Miss Phyllis gave him a large Coke, and he paid for a small. Unless he and so I saw the order. Today he came in. He ordered a senior cup, and Thomas gave him a senior. I told Khalid Muhammad that he is supposed to pay for a large. So I don't know if he definitely. I'll just leave it up in the air. I thought I saw the ticket that it said small still, but I'll just leave that day Thursday, this past Thursday, up in the air because I'm not quite sure. But I just know I told Khalid Muhammad that he's supposed to definitely get what he paid for, not a little more. But after I said that, Khalid was like, oh, and then all of a sudden, Miss Phyllis said, I gave that to him. So that lets me know that definitely he paid for something less than than a large, and he still got a large drink. So that's what I'm experiencing, and that's why I asked for. I'm like, what's going on? I think these are odd behaviors, because if if businesses are trying to stay afloat, and they are dealing with, they're trying to they barely stand afloat. They're trying to budget. And this is going on. It's interesting. Also, I know customers are still trying to come in. One is the Spanish guy who looks like be connected to the police. I saw him early in the morning, Thursday morning, as I was walking to work. He's from El Salvador. He's a regular. He used to be on the bus. He definitely looks like he's connected to the police, or sometimes possibly to the military. I'm not sure. And I seen him at the food pantry as well when I was trying to get food. He was standing outside of the door at Burger King. He's definitely from El Salvador because I asked him one day because he's a regular that come in. And then I noticed Spanish was trying to come in, Spanish speaking, with no mask. And we were really busy. And luckily, I had the sight. I wasn't too busy and not focused. And I caught it. And I told him, because sometimes when you're busy and you don't catch it, you can easily serve someone with no mask on. And I called. I said, you need to have a mask on, sir. So, anyways, June 13, 2020, Arrington-Bey.